Am I playing? Day by day. We'll see. I am limited, yes. Yes.
Are you a little less limited this week than you were last week?
Yeah, I mean, we're building it up for sure. Every day is a little bit better, and it's kind of just based on how I'm feeling, and kind of just basing off of my practice today, how I'm feeling, and going from there.
Do you feel like you're moving any better today than you were end of last week?
Yeah, definitely,
Really?
definitely. Yeah, I feel like I'm getting better every day, and yeah, moving around, getting out there and practicing things like that is feeling better.
How can you tell that your mobility is better? Is it just a feel thing, or do you actually sense that you're able to get away from things differently? I know they're not coming at you.
Yeah, I mean that's just comes down to running and practice. Doing the drill work and practice, things like that, and just having a feel of my body.
How close were you to being able to go last week?
I was close. You know what I mean? I was pretty close. I was pushing it all week, trying to get myself ready. But at the end of the week, we just determined I wasn't there yet where I wanted to be.
Ways you can test, like the crazy throws you might have to make in a game, whether it's, off balance, 1 foot, all those kind of things. Do you try to work on that, test yourself on that, or are you just more basic?
Yeah, no, it's more basic for sure. That sort of stuff will just happen in a game. I don't think you need to test that or anything. So it's more running, and we're just working on drops and more basic stuff.
Jordan, I asked Matt on Monday if you took team reps last week, since he wasn't telling us, and he said you did. Mm-hmm. Did you take your reps, or did you take the scout team reps to get some work?
Team reps. Team reps.
So when you're able to do that and you're able to work out before the game,
mm-hmm.
how do you kind of measure your progress toward being yourself?
Yeah, I think every day I was pushing myself a little bit harder, and at the end of the day, it's all a feel thing. It's feeling my body, feeling if I'm pushing too much, and my body's kind of just listen to my body talking to me. And the workout pregame Sunday, I felt like I was moving around pretty well, and my body was responding well to it. So.
When you did the warm-ups in Tennessee, did you know already going into the warm-ups, going out there, that wasn't going to happen, or are you making these decisions after the warm-ups?
No, yeah, we knew that morning I was going to push it. That was more just a workout to keep building up and ramping my body up.
Jordan, what's it going to be like seeing Aaron Jones on the other sideline, and what do you take away from your 4 years with him as a teammate?
Yeah, I think it'll be awesome to be able to see Jonesy again. Aaron Jones is phenomenal teammate, phenomenal player, one of my favorite all-time players for sure. Obviously the situation sucks that he's on the other side, and for him, first game back in Lambeau after being gone, I'm sure there'll be a lot of emotions there for him and things like that. But I'm excited to see him again, and he's having a great start to the year so far.
Could you share one story from his time here off the field that just told you what type of person he was, what type of guy he was?
Yeah, there's so many stories. I think even just Aaron Jones making time when we got some guys together in the offseason to come out to California. He's a very busy guy, and he made time to come out there. And he was the leader of our offense here before, and he was always showing signs of just the way he carried himself, the way he led as a leader, and things like that. So definitely meant a lot. But I can't say enough good things about Aaron Jones and just the person he is too. He's a great person.
I know that his dad grew up a Cowboys fan. He grew up in Texas. Every time he went to Texas, he had a really good game. Do you expect to see his absolute best on Sunday when he comes back here?
Yeah, I think he always puts his absolute best on the field every time he touches the field. So I definitely expect nothing less.
Is there more priority on going up against a 3-0 Vikings team, getting you back, than an 0-2 Titans team on the road? Does that even matter, who the opponent is as far as your injury is concerned?
As far as my injury concerned, like I said, I'm trying to push it, and I've been trying to get back as fast as I can, no matter who the opponent was. But definitely, you look at this week, and NFC North opponent, a 3-0 team, really good team. So it would definitely mean a lot to be able to get back and push myself to get back for this game.
Jordan, speaking of whoever the opponent is, if you want to come, I know everybody's got good pass rushers, but the team that's leading the league in sacks and you're dealing with your knee, what's the challenge in making sure that you're mobile enough in the pocket and getting out of the pocket against a pass rush like this?
Yeah, I think yeah, I don't think no matter what team it is you're talking about, I mean, that's always the goal, is to get the ball to your hands as fast as possible. Anytime you're holding the ball or just sitting in the pocket, those guys are really good on the other side, and they're going to find a way to get home. So it's always trying to get the ball out of my hands as quick as possible, and we'll do some good things protection-wise to be able to stop that. But at the end of the day, I mean, like I said, they're a good defense. They got really good rushers, and Flores does a really good job of sending a lot of pressures. It's an exotic defense, so you just got to be locked in to be able to pick some of that stuff up. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's football, and there's always a risk of getting sacked, getting hit. So, like I said, trying to get the ball out of my hands as fast as possible.
Jordan, if you are able to play, could you just put into words what it would mean like to finally step on Lambeau Field at the end of the season and just be with the team? Yeah,
it would be it'd be special. I mean, it'd be my first home game here at Lambeau playing, so it'd be definitely mean a lot. And it's tough to watch. Obviously the Colts game from the sideline, but it's part of it. It's part of the injury process and just playing the game. So if I'm ready to go, I'm definitely going to be very excited and very, very ready.
Everyone talks about this Minnesota defense says it's tough to figure out what they're in, what they're doing. What makes it so tough to say what they're doing out there and what kind of coverages, pressures they're doing?
Yeah, I mean, they do a lot of stuff, and I think their players are all pretty in tune where they can have different guys playing different positions and moving around on every play. So they make coverages look the same with guys at different positions, send different pressures. They make it all look the same at the end of the day. So, I think they're coached up very well, and they all have a great idea of where they need to be. And I think at the end of the day, it just comes down to being able to decipher what they're doing, and then at the snap of the ball, trying to figure out, are they coming, are they bluffing, so things like that. But they do so much stuff that it is hard, to kind of have an idea what they're going pre-snap. So a lot of that stuff you just got to feel it post-snap.
Jordan, from your seat in the meeting rooms and the film rooms the last couple of weeks, how did the coaches get Malik to where he was or where he is now? Who was instrumental in that, and what did you see as the work that led to that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the cool part about our quarterback room, especially Tom Clemens, is it doesn't matter who's in there. He's going to coach everybody the same. He's going to tell you exactly what you need to know. When we go back in there and watch film, if you mess up, he's going to tell you what you need to be doing, and just sticks to that plan. It doesn't matter who's in, so that's the great part about that. But all the coaches, Matt, Steno, I mean, they did a great job getting Malik ready, and then Malik, I mean, he did a great job preparing through the week, putting in a lot of extra time, just studying the plan and making sure he's dialed in with everything he's doing. But he did a lot of work to get himself ready.
How many questions would he ask you, a lot of questions as the week would go on?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think it's one of those things. I mean, we sit next to each other in the meeting room and just talk about a lot of things and footwork and, if he might have did something wrong on this play, just, correct him, saying this is what we do. And then obviously, like I said, he did a great job to be able to lock all that stuff in and then go out there on the field and correct a lot of that stuff.
Fellow quarterback who's had to learn this offense, what has impressed you the most with what he's been able to do so far?
Yeah, I mean, I think just able to find those completions, move the ball down the field. I mean, we haven't, besides penalties, we haven't really had a lot of negative plays. So he's getting the ball out, he's not taking any sacks, and he's just avoiding those negative plays, which is able to keep the offense moving. And he's made some big-time throws, he's made some big-time scrambles, and he's played at a really high level so far.
There's a former Packers quarterback. Unfortunate news this week with Favre announcing of the Parkinson's. Have you had any kind of relationship with him? And in that regard, he also alluded it to hits to the head, something that you've ever thought about or you just can't think about? Is that, just your thought on that? Yeah, I did see the news, and definitely be praying for Brett. It's a very tough situation, and no, I mean, I think in terms of, playing the game, taking hits to the head, it's one of those things that we know the risk as players. We know what we signed up for, and it's out there. But it's one of those things you don't think about as a player. You just go out there and play, and give it your all, give it your best, and kind of just leave it all on the field.
Back to Bob's question about the Vikings. After the 49ers game, Brock Purdy told Flores that their scheme was insane. Is it more difficult than a typical defense, and is it any different than what you saw in Week 17 last year?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's about the same. They got some new faces over there for sure, but yeah, I mean, like Brock said, I mean, it's like I said before too, it's a challenging defense. They do a lot of different things and they mix it up a good amount on every play. And like I said, Flores does a really good job of coaching those guys up and mixing things up. But it's a tough defense. It's not going to sugarcoat it, but you got to be able to go out there and play the game and find those completions and just kind of get the ball rolling and take advantage of what they do.
Jordan, I don't know how much you knew about Malik before he got here, but when you see him with the ball in his hands and in the open field and running, did you know that he was that good of an athlete or that, was it really impressive to you when you first started to see him?
Yeah, definitely. No, I've known Malik. We actually share same agent, Dave Mulligetta, so we've worked together in the off season, doing some workouts, things like that, while he was in Tennessee. So yeah, I've known Malik. I watched him coming out of college a lot too. So I knew what type of player he was. I knew he's a very dynamic athlete, and obviously when he was in Tennessee too, I watched a lot of his preseason games, rooting for him. So it's no surprise. I think a lot of guys in the locker room knew what kind of player he is too. So it's no surprise. Yeah, no, it's like I said, it's very cool to watch, and I think the most impressive part is just like we said, he's got here 2-3 weeks ago, so be able to go out there and play the way he's doing, and just play mistake-free football and at a high level is I think that's the most impressive part.
Two more for Jordan. What were your feelings if he's run so well, if they put in a package of plays for him, goal line, short yards, whatever?
Yeah, I think I could do the same thing.
Jordan, I'm curious though, talking to guys that have come back from MCLs, they say they think about it a lot going into the game, and once you start playing, you stop thinking about it. You think you can do that too, and how important is that to not have it in any way kind of affecting your thought process?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's like we talked about the mental aspect of having an injury and trying to overcome it, and knowing that you're not going to be 100%. But I mean, that's like I said before, that's kind of the territory you're in, and with dealing with the injury is just knowing you're not going to be 100%. So definitely not putting any weight on trying to, you got to protect yourself, but not thinking about re-injuring myself or the risk of that. Just going out there and playing, and if it happens, it happens. Control what I control at the end of the day, and try and protect myself as best I can, and just hope that those things don't happen.
Can you draw on your experience from college? You had the meniscus deal. Is it two totally separate things, or can you draw on that experience as you come back from this?
Yeah, no, they're similar. Both knee injuries. So, college, I played with a knee brace and got surgery at the end of the year. So it's one of those things where you just play through it. You know what I mean, and just find ways to go out there and battle.